Your dream life awaits. Are you there yet? Well, if you've watched any other video on this channel, I know that you probably think that you're ready. You feel motivated, inspired, excited, and then reality hits. And so the question is, why does it always feel like yesterday when it comes to procrastination? Why does it always feel like the hardest part is getting started? If you're nodding along, I see you. Then this is for you. This is part 2 in our series on beating procrastination. Last week, I looked at 7 ways to make it easier to get started. Today, I'm going to look at the formula that will rewire your brain to find procrastination less likely. We'll unpack the science behind why you procrastinate, and more importantly, what to do about it. Welcome to the channel. So let me start with this. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. Your brain is wired for dopamine. Procrastination hijacks it. I'll show you how to hijack it back. So you may have tried all the productivity advice out there. Time blocking, accountability, even cold showers. Yet you still struggle. Why? Because none of those address the root cause of procrastination. They tackle the symptoms, not the disease. The cure requires understanding the mechanics of the mind, how it works, what drives it. So let me introduce you to the engine of your mind. The dopamine engine. Our brain craves dopamine. This neurochemical is the driver of cravings, desires, addiction. Simply put, your brain chases dopamine. Here's the catch. It chases quick hits of dopamine. Scrolling, snacking, checking. These activities offer instant gratification. Your brain loves them. The task you're avoiding? It offers delayed dopamine. Your brain doesn't care for that. It wants results now. That's why it defaults to easier rewards. In other words, you don't lack discipline. You're fighting brain chemistry. So the challenge is, how do we win this internal battle? The answer lies in understanding how the brain learns and reinforces habits. Every habit loops on a cycle. Cue craving, action, reward. For example, let's say you're hungry. Cue, you crave food. Action, you grab a cookie. Reward, you feel satisfied. Your brain learns, grab cookie, feel good. Now imagine this cycle around a task. Let's say you have a project due next week. Cue, you feel overwhelmed. Craving, you want relief. Action, you check social media. Reward, you feel momentarily distracted. Your brain learns, distract myself, feel good. That's the loop of procrastination, and it's a self-perpetuating cycle. As you procrastinate more, you reinforce the pathway. It becomes easier to escape than to engage. But here's the twist. You can hijack this loop. You can reprogram your brain to find procrastination less likely, and that's where the shift system comes in. It reprograms your dopamine by flipping the loop. S. Silence. Start with breath. 60 seconds. Calm the limbic system. Create space. H. Habit stack. Attach micro-actions to your identity. I. Identity lock. Speak who you are becoming. F. Focus window. Set 10-minute sprints. T. Track progress. Log wins daily. Progress equals dopamine. Dopamine equals momentum. The key is making work feel good. So, let's dive deeper into each step of the shift system. Step 1. Silence. Before diving into work, take 60 seconds for deep breath. Inhale, count to 5. Hold, count to 5. Exhale, count to 5. Hold, count to 5. Repeat. Why? To calm your limbic system. See, when faced with work, your limbic system lights up. It perceives the task as a threat. Fight, flight mode activates. Adrenaline pumps, heart races. You feel overwhelmed. This makes it harder to focus and start. But here's the solution. By taking a moment for deep breath, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. It's your body's rest and digest mode. This counteracts the stress response, allowing you to enter a calmer state. It's like hitting pause, allowing yourself to reset before diving in. Step 2. Habit stack. Attach micro-actions to your identity. For example, say, I am a finisher. Then open your document, write one sentence, close it, move on. Why? Because your identity influences your actions. By linking a small action to your identity, you make it easier to get started. It's like priming the pump. Once you begin, momentum carries you forward. Step 3, identity lock. Speak who you are becoming. Say affirmations like, I am a disciplined executor. Why? To reinforce your identity. By affirming your identity, you solidify the belief in your mind. This makes it easier to act in alignment with that identity. It's like programming your mind. Step 4, focus window. Set 10-minute sprints. Why? To train your brain to crave completion. Our brains love certainty. They hate uncertainty. So by setting a small 10-minute sprint, you eliminate the uncertainty of the entire project. You just focus on the immediate task. This makes starting easier and builds momentum. Step 5. Track progress. Log your wins daily. Why? Because progress equals dopamine. When you track your wins, no matter how small, you provide your brain with that dopamine hit. It reinforces the positive feeling associated with work. You essentially tell your brain, hey, working on this project feels good. Now the real magic happens when you combine these steps. The S from silence primes the brain for focus. The H from habit stack makes it easier to start. The I from identity lock keeps you going. The F from focus window keeps you on track. The T from track progress rewards your efforts. Together, they form a positive feedback loop. As you complete small actions, you earn dopamine. This reinforces the feeling of doing work leads to good. It's like building a habit staircase. Each step is small and rewarding. Together, they lead you to the top. But wait, there's more. You can supercharge this system. For instance, you can use visual aids, post-it notes, trackers, calendars. These serve as external reminders and motivators. Seeing your progress can be a powerful driver. Next, leverage accountability. Share your goals with someone who can check in on your progress. The power of external expectations can drive motivation. Finally, optimize your environment. Minimize distractions. Ensure your workspace is set up for success. A clutter-free desk can lead to a clutter-free mind. But remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. Don't let the pursuit of perfection paralyze you. Just start, even if it's imperfect. The goal is to build momentum. You're probably wondering, what if I mess up? What if I can't stick to it? Well, here's the thing. The brain adapts. It forges new pathways. This is called neuroplasticity. It's like training a muscle. The more you repeat the loop, the stronger the pathway becomes. So if you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on the loop. Next, let's talk about what happens when you apply the shift system. Let's take Mike, for example. Mike struggled with writing. His projects were always rushed, incomplete. He felt stuck. So he applied the shift system. He started with breath, 1-sentence starts, 10-min sprints, and a daily wins journal. He even wrote, I am a finisher, on a post-it note. He placed it on his laptop. Every day he tracked his words, not pages, just words. In 3 weeks, he went from 0 words to 2,000 words daily. He didn't believe it. He was consistent. His brain adapted. Mike discovered the secret, not willpower, but neuroplasticity. So as you work through the steps of the shift system, be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Remember, you're not fighting willpower. You're leveraging neuroplasticity. Now I know what you're thinking. What about overwhelm? What if I feel overwhelmed? Here's what to do. First, shrink the task. Break it down. Create smaller actionable steps. Second, breathe before action. Activate your parasympathetic nervous system. And third, repeat your identity. Remind yourself who you're becoming. Another question I hear, what if I'm burnt out? What if I feel fatigued? Again, here's your solution. Follow the steps of the shift system. Be consistent. Burnout doesn't mean quit, it means adapt. Finally, let's address perfectionism. What if I'm afraid of failure? Well, here's the truth. Perfectionism is a fear of failure. The fear of failure is rooted in low self-worth. The solution is to replace fear with belief. Use the shift system consistently. Witness your progress. It's proof of your ability. You've made it this far. Let me leave you with this. Procrastination dies when momentum wins. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. Dopamine follows direction. You control the loop. So shift your brain. Build your system. Own your momentum. Live your life on your terms. If you found this video helpful, you'll love our video on the art of laser focus. It's the perfect follow-up to help you channel your energy effectively. Watch it here. Thank you for watching.